Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of the Lazy Girl's Guide to Podcasting. I'm Verity, and on this YouTube channel, on this podcast, I talk about all things podcasting. It really could not be simpler than that. This episode is going to be quite a short episode because I want to address the question which I keep seeing time and time and time again on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Reddit, on literally, I see this question come up all the time and I find it so super stressful. And it is from new podcasters or people wanting to get into podcasting. And it is them asking, what is the best microphone that I can get for podcasting? And I just find this question so stressful because the answers that come out are very, very rarely helpful, because the answers that people tend to give to the question of what's the best microphone I can get for podcasting tend to be this list of, I use this, so buy this, or here's my Amazon affiliate link to this, and here's I use this microphone, and oh, this microphone's the best, and all this kind of thing. And my answer is, get the microphone that you know how to use, or get the microphone that you are willing to know how to use, or willing to learn how to use, I should say. So for example, I use the Blue Yeti microphone. I love my Blue Yeti microphone. I've had this microphone for about a year and a half. I've used it for both of my podcasts. I plug it into my computer. I plug it into my laptop to be able to record. I've even got one of these little extension thingies from Amazon for only a couple of pounds so that I can hook it up to my iPhone as well. I absolutely love this microphone, but I find that this microphone gets a really bad rep online where people go, it's absolutely useless, the sound quality is awful, yada yada. But then when you actually start asking questions, you realize that people are not using it properly at all. Because yes, it is a simple plug and play microphone. But for example, when you are using the Blue Yeti microphone, my sound might go a little bit strange here as I pick it up, but you will notice that it has a blue logo here. That needs to be facing you, and you need to be talking into the microphone in order for it to work properly. The other thing that you often see with Blue Yeti microphones is people tend to angle it like this kind of thing and talk into it as if they are singing on microphone on Top of the Pops, if anyone remembers Top of the Pops, but you get my point. That's not how this microphone works. You are supposed to talk into the side of it. So what I find really commonly is that people will say this microphone absolutely sucks, but they're talking into it completely wrong. And maybe it's miles away from them and it's all twisted. You get the point. Also, I find people don't have the directional bit set properly. They don't have the gain bit set properly. So it's all of these different things that when you are looking to purchase a microphone for your podcast, the question isn't which is the best microphone that I can get for podcasting, but actually the question needs to be, which microphone am I going to get that I'm willing to learn how to use properly? Because microphones are not just a case of I buy the most expensive one and then I get the most amazing sound quality. I've listened to podcasts where the podcasters have got, honestly, these microphones cost hundreds of dollars and the sound quality is awful. And that's got nothing to do with the microphone. It's to do with how the microphone has been set up. It's to do with the podcaster not understanding how that particular microphone works and how they should be using that microphone. So it's not always about chucking the most amount of money. It's not about going for a brand necessarily. I know people who use incredibly cheap microphones, which no one's ever heard of the brand, but it's because they know how to use the microphone properly. So this has been, I feel, a little bit of a rant in this episode. But if you are a new podcaster, if you are new to podcasting, if you're looking to get into podcasting, or even if you're looking to upgrade your microphone experience for whatever reason, the question is not, what is the best microphone I can get for podcasting? The question needs to be, what is the microphone that I am willing to get, that I'm willing to learn about sound quality and how to use it appropriately to get the best sound quality for my podcast? I'd love to know what your opinions are about this. Do you have a microphone that you always recommend, or has this actually shifted your perspective when it comes to recommending microphones? Or if you are searching for a podcasting microphone, be it your first one or a new one for you to upgrade to, has this shifted your perspective in how you are going to be asking for podcasting recommendations in the future? I'd love to know. As ever, reach out to me if you're listening to the podcast audio on Instagram or Twitter at VeritySongon. And if you are watching on YouTube, then drop a comment in the comments section below. Otherwise, subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, and I will see you next episode.